Melanie Martinez, Pacify Her.
Hopefully this shit don't get blocked. See what happens. Alright, Pacify Her.
Tired blue boy walks my way, holding a girl's hand. That basic bitch leaves finally. Now I can't take her man. Someone told me stay away from things that aren't yours. But was it yours if you wanted me so bad? Pacify her. She's getting on my nerves. You don't love her. Stop lying with those words. Pacify her. She's getting on my nerves. You don't love her.
I like the perspective, right? She's taking the perspective of the person, of like the mistress or the person that does the seducing, right? It's like, does he really belong to you if he wants me? You know, so it's a very, I would say, an unusual perspective. It's not a perspective that's usually taken. Usually the perspective is like the perspective, like the Olivia Rodrigo perspective, where you're the one who's like left.
Yeah.
Right. So I like when artists kind of take these unorthodox perspectives or viewpoints.
It's very like alpha like, that perspective.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's like very animalistic. Like you kind of want what you want regardless of what's considered to be like moral or ethical. You know, like, oh, it's not perceived as like bad. Like it's not yours if he wants me type mentality. I want this blue guy.
This blue guy, man, good.
Yeah, dude.
You don't love her. Stop lying with those words. Pacify her. She's getting on my nerves. You don't love her. Stop lying with those words.
Yo, she always does something that's so shocking. Like eating the paper.
And it makes sense. Like she's essentially like swallowing her words, right? Because she wrote words on that paper.
I can't stand her whining. Where's her being
What does this
Do
say?
you want to play?
Hey.
whining? Where's her thinking now?
And I love that, like, you see how big her eyes got, which represent, like, when we want something, like, our pupils actually get enlarged. So, like, when you're looking at, like, a cake, or if you're looking at something that attracts you, like, the pupils actually dilate and they become enlarged. And it's an exaggerated form of that, right?
Right,
Her
because
eyes
it's not
getting
just her
big.
pupils. It's like everything.
Just the whole eye, right? But it's an exaggeration, an exaggerating form of that.
like googly eyes. It's very animated.
Exactly.
Where's her thinking now? And loving her seems tiring. So boy, just love me down, down, down. Someone told me stay away from things that aren't yours. But was it yours if you wanted me so bad?
And it's a great representation because it's almost like a child having a tantrum. Like the child doesn't get what she wants, so she starts like being very destructive, like destroying her own toys, like which is essentially is like self-destruction. And yeah, just unable to accept the fact that like she can't have what she wants. And she's willing to like jeopardize this other girl's relationship with Blue Boy.
It's actually very interesting because you can almost look at it as the perception of a child wanting a father's attention. You know, like now you're sharing the father's attention with the mom. So I wonder if there's also that like psychological idea behind this video, where the way that a baby perceives like siblings, for instance, or, you know, anyone else that they have to compete attention to is very different from like how you would approach it as an adult.
Yeah, I agree. And at this point, like, she's willing to do anything to get his attention.
She got it.
She got it. Blue Boy's hype now. It's like, I like her.
He's like, she's weird like me.
She's getting on my nerves. You don't love her. Stop lying with those words. Pacify her. She's getting on my nerves. You don't love her. Stop lying with those words. Pacify her. She's getting on my nerves. You don't love her. Stop lying with those
And it's so interesting that like toward the end, the fact that she exposes herself shows that like she's no longer a child that's in that crib. No, it's like that rite of passage.
Yeah, it actually made me think about like the lengths that she had to go to keep her man. Like she had to expose herself. And then at that point, like Melanie pretty much like lost. You know, but it she basically had to go pretty far to like keep that man. It was a very interesting video.
Yeah, that world is interesting all the time that she's in.
Yeah, her world is very interesting. It's why I like doing her music videos. Unfortunately, they just always get blocked.
I know. They're like, this is too weird for YouTube.
Yeah. Like I always have a good time like looking at it and analyzing and trying to guess
what's going on in her head.
Yeah, what she's trying to say. Yes. You know. And it can mean a lot of things depending on how you look at it.